Good morning, this is William Michael of the Classical Liberal Arts Academy, and it's November 7th, Tuesday morning, and I want to take some time to talk about assignment grading in the Academy and give parents and students some understanding of how they can get the best service with respect to assignments and grading. If you take a minute and think about what we charge for our student plan subscription, only $25 a month, you'll realize that providing graded assignments for 100 courses is pretty ridiculous. What we do for these assignments is we provide review of the student's work, which is really important, and usually a number grade. And then in our help center, if you search for assignment comments, you'll find a detailed explanation of what those different number grades signify. And so for most students, or for all students subscribed to the basic student plan, we give a quick review and a number score on the assignment, and generally those number scores represent certain problems. You know, like a 25 out of 100, a very low score, usually means that instructions weren't followed, there's no evidence of understanding for a lesson, and so on. 50% will mean there were a number of wrong answers in the assignment. And then 75% is considered a passing score, usually means it's well done, but there's room for improvement. And then 100 means everything looks good. So it's just a simple scoring system that we use for all of these assignments, but we're looking at right now at close to 300 assignments submitted every week. So we're moving through all of the assignments pretty quickly and trying to give a score that parents and students can then use to refer to that Help Center article with a list of suggested improvements based on that score. So that's how we intend for that to work for students subscribed to the student plan. And again, it's only $25 per month, which is really a ridiculous price for that kind of service. And we're happy to provide it, but we've got to do it in an efficient way, and that's an efficient way. On the bottom right-hand side of the study center, there's actually a link to those assignment comments in the student resources box, so you can check that out for an easy link. Now, for students who are subscribed to the premium student plan, which costs $100 a month and is still ridiculously affordable for the services that are received, we offer a bit more. I didn't say we do a bit more, but we offer a bit more. And students have to take initiative in getting these benefits that are available to them when they're subscribed to the premium student plan. What we offer for students in the premium student plan is what's called on-demand grading. Now, for all student assignments, when our students submit their work, it just goes into a queue under each subject, and I work through them from top to bottom with no reference to the subscription level or anything about the student. I just work through the lists of assignments. I usually start towards the beginning of the week with trivium courses, and over the course of the week I just work my way through all the subjects and try to get everything graded within 2 weeks. That's a goal. Sometimes it's less than 2 weeks, but usually there's a maximum of 2 weeks when we get really busy at times like this in the midst of the academic terms. But I just go through the list, and it's just first come, first serve, and I usually can recognize the names of premium students, and I'll give them more feedback and input because they're paying for it. But there's no distinction in what gets graded first. It's just top to bottom, and it doesn't need to be that way for premium students because they have access to on-demand grading. Now, what on-demand grading means is that a student who is subscribed to premium, to the premium student plan, when he or she finishes an assignment, or really any time convenient for the student, when they want something graded, they can just hop on live chat, chat with us, and request on-demand grading. So say, hey, Mr. Michael, I just submitted an ethics assignment. Would you please grade it for me? And through live chat, I'll simply open up that assignment, find their assignment, and grade it on demand. I'll also be able to provide some feedback, talk about it, answer any questions. But if you don't know, I practice what I call the work first policy in all support services. I actually did a talk on it. You can, if you search the YouTube channel for Work First Policy, you'll find a helpful explanation. But I require students to take initiative and make use of the services that are available to them. I do not offer the services proactively because it's simply not possible. It's not reasonable to have the individual proactively serve all the individuals rather than have the individual students seek the help that they need. And again, I explain this. It's called the Work First Policy, and it requires students to take initiative. Now, the reason why this Work First policy is so important is because when the time comes for college admission and things like that, what colleges ask me as the headmaster, because I'm often the source of reference letters for students, what the colleges want to know from me is whether students take responsibility for their studies, whether they take initiative, whether they're curious, whether they seek high standards, whether they challenge themselves. They want to know if the students take initiative in their education. I need to be able to provide them with feedback on that. And so what I do is I require my students to take initiative. So normally the students who achieve things working with me are students who take initiative. And students who don't take initiative are usually students who don't accomplish very much. So the Work First policy with respect to support and grading, help with lessons, and so on, is a way that I establish student initiative and evaluate and measure student initiative. So that's why I do it like that. And students have to learn to reach out, ask for help, request on-demand grading, and so on. And if they don't, it's just tough luck because they had access to services, they didn't take initiative, and lost the benefits of those services. So obviously, it's in parents' best interest also to advise their children to do that. So on-demand grading is available, and we can get into a little more detail with feedback if students request on-demand grading. So as far as assignments go, I wanted to share that because I think the way that we handle things is very effective. It leaves a lot of opportunity on the table for students, which has a number of different benefits. It's very, very affordable the way we do it, so it's great for Catholic families using the program to have expert grading on all of these assignments for an enrollment fee of just $25 a month. It's a ridiculous price, and We've committed to that price because we want to be challenged to develop our program and make it as affordable as possible. And then for the premium students, which again costs only $100 a month, still ridiculously affordable. And that's only $1,200 a year for everything. And it includes planning, the planner service. It includes high school records. And it's really ridiculous. I don't like to think about it much because I think we're not charging enough. But these services and resources are available to the students, and it's important for them. It's important for them to take initiative and request this help. It's part of what marks them as good students, and they should seek to do that. As far as live chat availability, everyone knows that I teach live classes during the day, but outside of that, I'm usually available on live chat. And if I'm not available when a student's trying to get a hold of me, just send me an email. Send an email to wcm@classicalliberalarts.com. That's my direct personal email, wcm@classicalliberalarts.com. And I'll get that email immediately and just say, hey, Mr. Michael, could you meet me on live chat for a few minutes? And I'll hop over onto the live chat and make sure students get what they need. So that's how students should pursue help with their assignments and grading. Parents who want more feedback need to subscribe to the Premium Student Plan. Students who are subscribed to the Premium Student Plan should reach out for help and initiate that assistance, because that does a number of different things at the same time. Gets them the help they need, also shows the initiative that they take. Both of those things are important for their education. And for everybody, if you get a number score, as I mentioned before, go to the Help Center, search for assignment comments, and you'll see a detailed explanation of what those scores represent and what kind of problems you should look for in correcting your assignment based on the score that you receive. So it's a very efficient system. I hope that students and parents take some time to work to learn to make the most of it, because if you do, I think you'll find that the benefits of the assignment grading combined with the affordability of the enrollment is just the best possible situation for homeschooling. So if you've got any questions about that, get in touch. Again, I just mentioned my private email, which is WCM, just my initials, WCM@classicalliberalarts.com. You can also call or text me. You know, I put my mobile phone number right on the website. My wife's is also there if you'd like to communicate with her. But you can get in touch by calling or text message. You know what my live class teaching schedule is. Obviously, I'm not available in the afternoon, but later in the afternoon, in the evening, I'm always available. Feel free to call or text. So lots of help available. Parents and students have to learn to make good use of it. I hope that's helpful. God bless you all.